I'm just going to do a quick final on the Sentinel here. As it's going back to the owner today, I have it coupled with a DVD player. I have to put the knobs on, I have to button it up. I'm going to clean the cabinet and the glass, a little plastic, whatever. I'm going to come up with some solution to cover the capacitor on the chassis. That'll be heat proof, sort of. I have a I wanted to try it with a video modulator on it, RF modulator. And it does have some buzzing during the high graphics, but the movies play fine. I'll show you. So I'm going to turn it on here. And I guess I got to get the chassis out once more, button it up, get the final screws, washers, have the knobs, and get it back to the owner. We'll turn this gizmo on here. It has modulation. And see how it looks here. I was hoping it would go back to where it was. Let me get to a scene in the movie here. I have the cardboard on the speaker still. I was playing this movie. I'm surprised I don't have the remote for this player, but alright, I'll come back in a moment. It's too bad the tube is weak. It should be... The set plays fine. It's just too bad the tube is a little down, but... we're going to try and look for a part set that has a brighter CRT. There's another article on the web where they bought a Sentinel offline, and his picture is pretty bright. Now that's what it should look like. As the movies play, it's fine.
Thanks, hon.
You got it.
Contrast.
Boo.
Hey! Sorry, my mind was wandering.
Okay, so that'll do it. I'm going to button this up and we'll get this back to the owner. Thanks.
Honey?
Okay, I had one tube that when I ran that RF adapter in there, the front end tube, the RF, I believe it's the RF amplifier, the 12AT7. What are they calling it? It says oscillator. Oh, not the RF amp, the 12AT7 oscillator there up front. That tube of the tuner under the shield there, that tube, I had to wiggle it to get it to come back in. Went to snow. And I was like, what the heck? And I wiggled the tube, but it's okay. So I'm just gonna clean that socket. I'm gonna do what an old timer told me. He said, take an old tube, dip it in some motor oil, and he said, go around the sockets. I have deoxid and all that, but I'm gonna try the dip the pins of a donor tube in some motor oil. I'm just gonna stick it in there and see how it does. It's working now, but I want it to stay working. Yeah, that'll be my fix for capacitor 1. I'll just take some rubber cement, whatever, just general purpose glue, and I just wrap a little sheet of tin foil around. That's good. I'm not touching that. That's good. August 2nd, 1948. This is the tube. They just never gave us a problem through the whole process, just when I power on that RF adapter. I'm just going to doctor that up, that socket, with something. I was looking through some of the nasty, dirty tubes. I don't want to go sticking dirty ones. This is a brand new 12HG7. Just happens to be the same. Well, that's our tube. So what I'm going to do is brand new old stock. The pins look pretty good. I'm going to use just standard motor oil. That's what he said, not the synthetic. This is just, I think this is just standard 10W. I didn't label it. 10W. Yeah, 10W40. And he says just wet the pins like so. I don't want to cause any drifting and whatnot. And then just place it in the socket. He said just I assume the same number of pins here. There we go. That's all he said to do. Just go like that. Maybe one more dab of motor oil. I'm a little leery doing the motor oil myself, but anyway, this guy's been doing audio for years and years. He actually wanted me to do all of the sockets. Okay, so I'm done doing that. I'm going to stick the original 12AT7 back in. Is that what you are? Yes, 12AT7. And put his shield back on, and we'll be done with it. The CRT was the bracket here wasn't quite tightened up. I lined up the burns and the phosphor here. I don't know if you can see that to the cabinet. So, and it's pretty aligned. It's really not off much at all, actually. And I've just tightened this snug. You can still move it, but the bracket. But it's another old timer taught me he'd rather have the CRTs fall out than being too tight, because they've had them implode. It hasn't happened here yet, but let's hope it never does. Okay, and these guys here, only because there is potential on these, I have this originally had the cardboard. I'm probably just going to put a layer of cement around and just do that. So put a bead around the bottom and just stick him on. I'll take one more look before I put it in. I don't know where we left off. I did add the safety capacitors in the corner there, and that's it.
The barmaid here, or whatever you call it.
I'm Sister Beach.
Okay, here we are all back together. I tried not to hit any controls, so check the vertical size and whatnot.
Name's Edward Malis.
Touch up the controls, but okay, that's it in the box. It does look a little stretched. I'll check the height here a little.
Manage.
There we go.
That's what he means. Can we manage to put him up?
Well, since he didn't take the hint and leave, I suppose we'll have to. For one night at least.
The second one down.
This is Mr. Malis, an officer from the mainland. And this is...
Well,
Okay, that'll do it for the Sentinel. Thanks for watching.